Guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So my name is Peter and this is Gina. And
Your lovely wife, your amiibo.
yeah, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification button, like and share this video after watching.
Yep. Thank you. We've been getting a lot of questions like, how's marriage like? How's marriage life going? What's happening? If everything's going well, how does it feel like being married and young and everything? And then we used to see a lot of posts online where they will say, when you get married before 25, it's like leaving the party by 7 p.m. and everything, So we just want to share our opinion on being married early. Not just our opinion, our life being married early, like being young, being in our 20s and being married.
Like how has it been so far?
Like how it has been so
the
far, the experience exactly.
Are we feeling bad that we got married this early? Stuff like
Are we feeling like we're not achieving our dreams, or we just want to share everything about being married in our 20s, because we're both in our 20s, although this one doesn't like to admit his age.
I don't like that. Before we proceed, okay, I know you might have seen the video of, I'll call it our birthday. I believe you might have seen it, and I just want to say something. So, I got an award. And guess what's written on it? World's best husband. Like world's best husband. Yeah, so that's what's written on it. Okay. So this award means a whole lot to me. Okay. So why I just want to say a few things about it. I know like marriage is very, very sensitive and very, very spiritual. And I would say this woman here, she's very, very smart to have given me an award. You know why? Award is usually received after a performance of someone has been assessed. That's when they give you an award. Okay. And this award is supposed to come probably when we're in our 50s, in our 60s, and you're celebrating your golden jubilee as a married couple, and then I want to give my husband this award though for being a very nice husband, being a wonderful husband. And we're barely 5 months and I'm already receiving an award. You see? And also marriage is the only institution that you get a certificate before you start. Okay, so why don't you get an award before you start? And she actually gave me this award, and I just had to tell myself, bro, keep doing better. So it's actually more spiritual to me than she think. It's more spiritual to me, like it's a prophecy into the future.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be like an interactive session between me and my husband. We're just going to gist, and you guys will just listen or yours gist. Start with me first. Like, how has it been like for me being married? Because I'm actually 24, and how it has been like being a married woman. Okay, first off, I'm actually the youngest in the room of married women. Like in my church now, Mother's Day just passed, and I was in the Mother's Day choir, and I was actually the youngest.
Yeah, you're the youngest here.
And it's actually fun, and then I'm used to that kind of life because I'm also the last born in my family, and my siblings are like older than me by far, like 10 years gap, 8 years gap, and everything. I don't have any 1 year old gap sibling or 2 year old
The
gap.
lowest is 8 years.
Yeah, the lowest is 8 years. So I've actually always been in the midst of being the youngest around. So I didn't feel any sort of way, and I was just very normal. Like I said, I'm really used to being around mature people. Then dream wise, like your goals, your personal vision and everything, I don't think marriage is affecting me in any way. Like I wanted to start a career path in tech, UI/UX. Okay, and I told my husband about it, and it's like he's fully in support. It's two of us that used to apply for things together online. We get like, I'm like, oh babe, check out this my essay. Do you think they're going to take me with this essay? blah blah blah. So we just apply, we take exams together online and everything. Okay, so it's in terms of my personal goals, my personal dreams, and everything. I'm still achieving it. I was a YouTuber before I was got married. I'm still a YouTuber, everything. I'm not even having a YouTube channel with my husband. So it's even, if anything, it's even more fun. Like, I just think like, so I don't know how to explain it, but it's really a whole lot about who you also get married to.
Yeah, it's very, very
That
important.
plays a whole lot of role too, because I could be on my laptop and it can be like, it's so laptop used to do in this house. Also laptop used to do in this house. We used to stand up and can probably do one thing or the other. But if my husband sits down and with the laptop and doing something, it just lets me be. If need be to cook, you can even go and cook. Need be to bring out something from fridge, you can go. It does. We just do our thing. Like, everybody just normal. Like, there's no all this. I'm the man. We have to this or something, or you have
Yeah.
to. Everybody's just. We're just like, we're friends actually. We're friends. So being married, it will still just continue the friendship in our marriage too. So that's how it has been for me in terms of career wise. Like, I just passed out from NYC, so it's not like when I go married, you're like, you're not doing NYC or something. I just passed out from my NYC last in April. I So career wise, things are still happening for me, and that's it. We'll talk about the financial aspect and the spiritual aspect also, like the various aspects of life and how it has affected our marriage.
It has been sweet. Yeah, that's what I would say. It has really, really been sweet for me. Now, how does it feel like getting married in my 20s, career wise? Okay, for her, I think she has more to say on that because the normal tradition of generally, I think that's the belief in the world. When a woman gets married, she's expected to help the man, whatever he's doing, help him grow and the
And
rest.
the man will know the part.
So that's the general tradition. You're supposed to
If
leave
your
whatever you're
husband,
doing and just
focus on
focus
your
here.
husband.
Okay, so well, I believe maybe probably that was gotten from the Bible where it said the woman is the helpmeet of the man, and, you know, but it's far beyond that. It's far beyond that, and it takes understanding between the two partners to make marriage work. Whether you're getting married in your 20s, whether you're getting married in your 30s, whether you're getting married even in your 50s, if there is no mutual understanding between the two of you before you jump into marriage, then trust me, the road is not going to be smooth. So before we got married, I understand, or rather, I understood a kind of person, and she also understood my kind of person. So it was quite easy for us. And secondly, like she said, I don't just see her as my wife, no, wife kind of thing. Like, I see her. Oh,
You still call me by his girlfriend, like you mistakenly call me his girlfriend most times.
I see her as my friend. I still see her as my girlfriend. I still see her as that. In fact, I see her as my friend more. I relate to her as my friend. So that kind of thing that my wife. There are some things that comes with wife like that. When you think of a wife, what do you think of? Somebody that does this, somebody that does that. All those things. So all those things are not really in my head. I see her as a friend. What do you do with your friend? How do you live life with your friend? What is friendship about? So that's the way I see her. So that's why it's quite easy. So if I want to hang out, if I'm going out now, I see it as though I'm going to hang out with my friend. And so she's my friend. You understand? And I was this kind of person that okay, my university days, I was more of a fellowship person. Yeah, so I really really have time to do all these social activities like that. So I was thinking after my university, I was going to really have time to probably socialize, just to go out and the rest of them. But seeing her as my friend, someone I share my vision with, someone I share my daily goal with, someone I share my weekly goal with, and all that. She was always wanting to, see how she can also push me. It's a daily something, it's a weekly something, and it's a yearly something, like something that
Like
runs 24 hours.
accountability partners.
Yeah. So she has been that for me. So before marriage, she was that. After marriage, she's still that. So getting to know that part of her makes it easy for me. So it's not difficult trying to blend and trying to understand. These are things that we did before we got married, and so it's quite easy for us now
To
to
just
just
continue,
continue.
just flow with it.
Yeah. So before you get married, what you do with your partner, what you discuss, like I said, it's not even about being and getting married in your 20s. Even though you are in your 20s now, you're planning to get married. Whoever you want to get married to, what are you doing currently? Like what are you doing? What do
Like
you talk
like do
about?
you share goals and dreams and like, oh
Yeah.
babe, this is what I think I want to do, I want to achieve this and everything. With P, like I used to have a lot of crazy ideas and thoughts. I can just wake up and be like, oh, I want to start this, I want to do this and everything. And people like, okay, so how do you go about it? Like, is always ready to support no matter
Yeah,
how
most times she
crazy.
even she even brings more of the ideas. In the normal sense, people think like the man is supposed to bring the idea, bring the this, bring the that. If your woman, if your wife is the kind of person that is goal driven and she brings ideas to you, whether it's coming from you or from her, like just push. You don't know if that's the direction God wants you to go, but just support in any
Yeah.
way, and that's it.
So we are like a team in terms of career wise and all of other stuff. Like when there is an idea, we are pushing. We want to, you know, see it. Before we got married, we did a business together. We did a logistic company
Business,
business
yeah.
together. So, and that was like totally my idea, but it did not like, no, we're not doing it. Although he fully funded it, like he paid for everything, bikes, everything, everything. But the idea came from me, and we pushed together for this. Okay, we pushed together for this, and so that's just it. And we were like that before we got married. We are still like that. We still bring up ideas. We come up with ideas like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. Okay, we have a vision board actually. Maybe one of the I don't know. We just decided to show you guys our vision board. So we have a vision board. It's in our room. It's on a cardboard paper, written down everything we want to do, everything we want to achieve. We have action points. We have everything. Probably one of these days we'll talk to you guys about vision board and planning your vision, planning your goals, how to achieve your goals and everything. Because we've been doing that over the years. Even before we got married, for our marriage, we also did that.
Yeah.
We did a vision board of, okay, how do we want the marriage to be? How are we going to get this, get that, and everything? Okay, so career wise, goal wise, like we are on shake one point there because it's very goal driven, it's very hardworking and very goal oriented too.
So
Okay.
in conclusion to this, because the major point we're trying to make you understand is getting married in your 20s can actually not stop you from achieving,
Achieving
yes, your goals. It cannot stop you as long as you and your partner on the same page.
your
But if she's in chapter 24 and you're in chapter 1, you know that there are really going to be a lot of lapses.
goal. Yeah.
So you guys need to be on the same page. So no matter the age you're getting married, it's very, very key. It's very, very important for people to be on the same page. So if not, you think you're trying to compete with me, or well, that's where those things come from.
Yeah.
And since I got married to you, I've not been able to do anything. You just left me at home. Before you get married, somebody asks your husband, after marriage, what do you expect from me? Do you expect me to sit down at home, take care of the kids, or do you want me to? If you're a career person, like you know yourself, every human has what she wants for herself. You
Yeah.
understand? So just you guys should have this discussion. It's very, very important. So that will help in pushing the family forward.
People should set goals together also, like set your vision board and everything. Okay, so let's go to socially now. How has marriage been for us socially? Okay, so we are done with the career and the goal and everything. So socially, for me, I'm going first. Okay, so Socially, marriage has actually been like so cool and so fun socially. Like, um, we hang that a lot of the time. In fact, my husband was even telling me some months ago that we should choose a date, like a particular date that will go out on a proper date to a nice fancy restaurants and just chill and everything. Okay, so we actually socially it has been fun. We do a lot of things together. We play games together. We see movies together. We go out together, like we just socially that been fun. Then for my own personal life, socially too, my husband still lets me do my thing. Like it's not it's not the ideal situation whereby when you get married, even people feel somebody was like, is it okay to come to your house? One of my friends felt like, is it okay to come to your house? Is it those kind of is it okay kind of thing? Are you sure? Can I come and visit you? Can we see? Can we hang out? And everything. I'm like, oh my baby girl, like it's me, it's Gina, it's like everything is normal. It's the only difference is I'm not answering another man's name. That's the only difference. I'm not answering another man's name. But outside that, everybody else is normal. So my husband is not the kind of person that will not say, I'm not telling that baby I'm going to hang out with my friends, like we're going maybe girls stay out. As I wanna say, no, you're not going anywhere, you're not leaving this house, you know all those things. It's like you even ask me like how much do you need for this, girls hang out? I'll chat them. He'll say, okay, now take, he'll give me money for it to get. Sometimes if he'll be the one to go book the boat for me safe and the rest you go. So like literally, socially it has been okay for me. Like I'm a very social person, I'm a social butterfly and everything. Even my friend, she just did her birthday recently. It was a birthday picnic. I was there, I went for the birthday picnic and it was just, cool. My husband did not have any issue with it. That same friend also has come to visit me in my house too. My husband did not have any. He doesn't do all this like I would say. I just feel like everything just all boils down to who you get married to. Like when they say I is married, like they are basically just asking you who did you get married to? Because everything boils down to who you get married to. Because I a lot of mentality out there like, oh, once you get married, your life ends, your phone ends, everything ends. Oh well, no, that's not it. Like that's not it. Life still goes on. We still do everything. Like my husband is really very cool with everything.
Okay. So for me, yeah, the mindset I had initially when planning to get married here, um, like I was trying to think, how does it feel to get married? Like, how is the marriage like? Something you have not gone into before. Just like you want to get, like you applied for maybe University of Lagos. You have not been in university before,
You've
so
never even been to Lagos.
yeah. So a lot of things will be coming through your head, like how how is Lagos like? How is university like? How is going to lecture like? How is missing lecture like? Several things. Yeah, but you find out that when you get into the university, everything that happens depends on the decision you make. You understand? Somebody's university experience can be totally different from yours if you decide that you want yours to be different. If you decide that from year one you want to party, you want to hang out, you want to do anything you want to do.
You want to join court.
Yeah, you want to join call. Like the experience is dependent on your decision.
It's an individual experience.
Yes. So I was like, okay, fine. Let me even see how this marriage is. And I actually decided that, or we decided, because I believe she decided that also. Like our marriage, let me use our marriage because yeah, when I say mine, I'm talking about two of us though, but for the sake of, if I say mine, she should understand. But let me say our marriage, okay, the experience we're having right now is because we decided that this is how we want it to be.
Yeah.
So don't think because you are seeing somebody else's marriage like it's so toxic, like our husband is so strict, wife is doing this is happening, so you are scared that you don't want. If you want to get married and you still want to be having fun. When I mean fun, I mean like not crazy things now. I'm talking about things like just make life easy for yourself. You know, you decide that you want your wife to be to turn to what they used to call them now.
Like,
There's a particular word I'm looking for. This kind of thing now that you turn your wife to a full out housewife. You know, like
okay, like a shadow of herself.
yeah.
Some people are just like that. Some men just like to turn their wife to be. It's not one housewife thing to just make them a shadow of themselves. I've had situations whereby somebody said that when he gets married to his wife, that she's going to change their SIM card. Why does she have to change her SIM card? Does she not have friends?
That's trust issue.
Does she not have, I don't like, I don't know, why would she have to change all
So
this?
what I'm just trying to say is that like you actually decide if you even want to decide that in your own marriage you don't want your wife to be entering kitchen. Like you want to be the one entering kitchen. You don't want your wife to be sweeping the house. You want to be the one sweeping the house. Like whatever you decide, like there is no law anywhere that say you must be this, you must be that, you must be this. Whatever you think is okay for you guys, whatever make you guys happy, you
Yeah.
understand? It's very, very important for the marriage to move forward. So one is don't use people out there can actually advise you. They can give you a blueprint that this is what you should expect. Just like I use the university for an example now. When you are going normally, the normal advice, make sure you read your book. Oh, don't follow bad gang. Oh, full serve God. Oh, you understand? Whatever you do will determine the result. Like at the end of the day, people will see the result. You understand? So what I'm just trying to say is that when you're going into marriage, people will definitely give you a blueprint, general advice, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. When you come into your home, your wife has a different personality. You have a different personality. Like me, I'm a very calm person. I like a very private life. I'm not a social media person at all. But she's that kind of person. She likes I never liked going out. Like outing was not part of me. I used to be shy then, even when she tells me let's go out. Like I used to be very shy. I'm that kind of person. But at a point, I need to just blend. So you can imagine she come to tell me, babe, let's go out now. And I tell her no. Why? I don't want anybody to just see me outside today, you know those kind of things. But I know she likes it. Okay. So there are just ways to go about this thing. So you need to decide, like I said, decision is very key. You need to decide before you get married that your marriage must work. If other person's marriage are failing, you must decide that your own must work. Whatever you need to do to make it work, like you must be intentional about it. Yeah, so we're talking about being social now. You must be intentional about it. She's the social type, but I'm not talking about my own social distance because my social life is dependent on her. Yeah, so that's just it. It's depending on her. I'm not. If she don't go out, I won't go out. So even though I want to go out, I'll tell her let's go out. You understand? So it's
Yeah.
affecting me a lot.
It's
So
not affecting you, though.
no, what I'm just saying is like, when, can you imagine now you travel for like 3 months now? How will I do?
Why would I travel for 3 months? Yeah, am I going to?
If something come up now, it's
What
not
does
to go
come up?
for 3 months. So I'm just saying that my own social life now is dependent on her because she's a shy person in this relationship. So what part of yourself is depending on me?
Finance.
As I'm talking about something else. So that's what I'm just trying to say. So you see how it is. So that's just it.
So I'm the social person in the relationship.
Yeah, you're the social person in the relationship, you're the social person in the marriage. So me, I'm not a social person. If you want to do social things with me, ah, forget to even the bed itself, all those dance you see me dance, that's not me. Like that's not me. And the real me is I just want to be in my space. That's all. Like I just want to be in my space and nobody's ever know what's happening in my life, even more for her. So you get, but that does not mean that because I'm that kind of person, I just want to remain there. Like they are not alive. Why don't you explore? When you get to university, why don't you just explore? Why don't you attend seminars? Why don't you attend meetings? That's where you meet other people. Why don't you attend conferences? Yeah, I'm just using university as that because marriage is also an institution.
Initially, how was marriage been for us? Okay, well, Financially, it's just been, like we said, we've done a lot of things together before we got married financially. So we just continued, we saved together. We saved together before we got married. We are still saving now. So financially, we both earn, although he earns more than me, but we both earn money. And from the money that we earn, budget. We budget, we plan, we have the part we are saving, and we have the part we are spending. So that is how it has been like financially. Basically, how has it been like financially for you?
Okay, it's been cool. Yeah, like I said, having a wonderful partner by you, it's the most important thing. Yeah, she has been very supportive, like really, really supportive, and so uh, God has just been helping us when it comes to that. So for being in our twenties, marriage, financially, God has been helping us. Yeah, so just few things that I think we just took so serious was the fact that before we actually got married, we ensured that number one, me first, I was at least earning something. Yeah, I didn't come into marriage hoping that God will do a miracle.
Yeah.
I came into marriage earning something, and she also came into marriage earning something. So for the man, it's 100% important for you to be earning something. No matter the age you are getting married, it's just very, very important
Because you have
once
to
you're
take care of
married.
your family, your
Yeah,
wife, and maybe baby if you guys want to have a baby immediately.
yeah. And then for the woman, I would say it's 50 to 60% important. Okay, so but for the man, it's very, very
Very,
important.
very important.
Very, very important. So that you don't keep hoping and keep expecting that God will do a miracle.
Miracle.
And even no matter how little,
We know
start a
that
business.
marriage actually brings blessings,
Yeah.
no doubt. But still have something you are doing, no matter how little, just something that just a steady income that comes every month, even if it's 50K, you get.
No
But
matter how little, it can be anything,
can be anything,
but not and something illegal.
not
Just
something illegal.
anything legal that gives you money.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah.
It's fine.
We're actually going to talk about these aspects in another video, much more broader, because the issue of finance is really deep, it's really big. Because now, when money enters, love is sweeter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk about budgeting a lot, how to run your home financially. We'll talk about that. Maybe not in this video because this video is already getting so long already. So maybe in another video we'll talk about everything about budgeting, how we budget, how we save, how many percentage, just run it for you and the rest, joint accounts, cooperative, all those stuff. We'll run all of those stuff for you in another video. But financially, like you said, we've been okay. We both bring in something and we both spend, like we budget the money, the one we're going to spend, the one we're going to save, and everything. So that's just it's like we don't just like, oh, because it's my money, I just can do one expenses, I just can buy a wig and he does not know about it. So we plan it to save, So that's just financially side, it has just been amazing, it has just been perfect. Like, I'm not saying perfect. It's not like it's so perfect, but God has been helping us, So that's how it has been financially. I don't go behind my husband's back to make expenses that he's not aware of. You understand? He also doesn't go behind my back to make expenses that I'm not aware of. We are open book to each other financially. No matter what I want to do, no matter how little, like I wanted to buy a 9 one time. I saw it online. I still screenshotted and sent to my husband that, babe, see, I like to get this stuff, and it's like, oh no, I can get it. You get. So like financially, we're just like an open book. Marriage being for us spiritually.
Before you got married, you had a spiritual life. So after you getting married, does not mean that your personal relationship with God ends. In fact, that's to even grow stronger than it was before. Okay, so you have a family altar and you also have a personal altar. Because when we're all going to stand before God, God will not judge you as couples.
As couple, like
Yeah,
Mr.
even
and
though the
Mrs.
two,
Peter, come here.
yeah, so even though the two become one, on the judgment day, one go back to stand as one.
Yeah.
So everybody will speak for him or herself. So I don't think there's going to be a judgment for couples first, then they'll not separate people and judge. I don't know. But what I know is everybody is going to stand before God to give account for himself. So my own is getting married in your 20s does not stop you from serving God in your 20s. In fact, you are still in your youth, and so that age is a youthful age. You are strong and you are very agile. So you use that to even serve God more. You just that, I think scripture was saying something about that. When you are single, all your attention, all your love is to God. When you become married, your attention is now divided. You understand? It's actually true because you have to give some love to your wife. Your attention is actually divided. When children now come instead, the time you have will now be divided. So, but still on still, no matter
But
what
then
you do.
you make time for things you value.
Yeah.
You make time for people you care about. Like my very close friend, she's not in Port Harcourt, she's in Lagos, and then we don't get to see, but we still make our time to talk on video call for like sometimes we talk 2 hours, sometimes we talk 3 hours. Why? Because we value the relationship. You get, so a lot of people felt like, oh, now that you people are now in separate states and all of this rest, people may not be close again. People were just like, if we want to be close again, no, this is too and everything. But because people value into the relationship, we still talk. Okay, so I'm bringing this now to your personal relationship with God. If you place value on your relationship with God, you will actually stay closer in it. So marriage is not necessarily like a distraction spiritually. The Bible says one child shares 1,000 and two shares 10,000. So marriage is not a distraction. Create time. If you may be a morning person, you may not be a morning person. If you're not a morning person, just try and find the balance. It can be when you are driving. Sometimes when I was still doing my 8 to 5, when my husband, when we were going to work, going to drop me and everything, we'll be praying in the car.
Yeah.
We'll be praying in the car, like together. I will sing one worship song, we do the prayer and everything, all of this stuff. And sometimes if you can't do the car home, maybe something comes up, we'll pray on WhatsApp, WhatsApp call, we'll probably send voice note or be on the phone and just pray. So just make time. Know that Jesus is the center of it all and make time. Place value to your spiritual life. So to me, spiritually, I feel like marriage has not brought down my spiritual life in any way. And it, marriage doesn't bring down your spiritual life actually. Fine, there may be a little bit distraction, but if it's something you always put value on, so you still continue. So don't marriage is
So
not
the more
excuse.
spiritual you are in marriage, the more it's easier for you to get along with anything. Because if the fruits of the spirit, the 9 fruit of the spirit, if they are totally evident in your life, marriage is spiritual. And if you want your marriage to be sweet, you can
And you have to
make your life.
try to keep your prayer altar burning. Like it's not going to be so easy. Sometimes too we also struggle spiritually.
Yeah, it's not like wow,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, we also struggle spiritually. Like we struggle to the extent that I carry our a book, like we set goals weekly and everything, and sometimes we just set monthly goals or general goals. So in our goal, I'll always set like we'll do this, we'll pray, we'll do this. Sometimes we don't keep to it. We'll set goals that okay, every Friday by this time we'll pray to God comes up. We set goals, spiritual goals. So you can as well set spiritual goals to help you get even if you don't follow it all through. But after a while you still set another one again. Don't get tired of setting goals, spiritual goals, because we do that, it actually helps us, You can set goals even for fasting, like okay, we're going to fast as a family this day and time.
Yeah. So you have time for family fasting. You
Yes,
also have time for your own personal fasting
fasting.
too.
So we as a family we have a time to fast. We have a time we plan that okay by this time it's 12 a.m. by this time this day we'll pray and everything. So we are not like we're intentional about it, because if you are not intentional about it, the distraction in marriage is a lot.
Yeah.
So if you are
It's a
if you,
whole
you are
lot.
not intentional, if you don't write it down, you don't push for it, you know, you will just be floating. There's nothing I plan to achieve that I've said, oh, because I'm a married woman, I can't go for this. Right? Marriage is beautiful, marriage is sweet, marriage is amazing, marriage is fun. Getting to live with your best friend, getting to wake up next to your best friend, getting to share ideas, like the most stupid ideas, the most amazing ideas with your best friend, and then the person is ready to listen to you. The person is ready to like, okay, so how do we go about this now? Help you walk your ideas through and bring your ideas into reality. Okay, so marriage has actually been perfect for me. So guys, bye.
See you in our
See you
next
now next
video.
week.